A huge number of these people had been to 20 plus events and a lot of other different progressive events. And it seems like, at least on some of them, for sure, they were paying people. So they're giving people money to get on a bus, go to this place, here's your sign, go have fun. And so you're doing something different, right? You're pretending that these people are all coming out to see you, but they're coming out to see you because you're giving them money and free food. Team. And for a lot of losers, a lot of people that don't have things going well in their life, and what do we, I was a loser at many points in my life. If somebody called me up and said, hey man, you want to make $400 and just go to this Kamala Harris rally? I'm like, yeah, let's go.
But back to the States, the lunatic left over there are in meltdown across the States, and there's disgusting vandalizing of Teslas because they don't like Elon Musk, who was, of course, once the darling of the left. Have a look at what Trump had to say about this.
When I looked at those showrooms burning and those cars, not one or two, like 7, 8, 10 burning, exploding all over the place. These are terrorists. You didn't have that on January 6th, I can tell you. You didn't have anything like that on January 6th. We're going to be caught, and they're going to be caught, and they're going to be prosecuted. And from what they tell me, I see this just by watching your programs and reading the news, but from what they tell me, they could get 20 years in jail, and they'll get it. I'll tell you, there's going to be no leniency, and there'll be no pardons.
How much anger is there, Natalie, about this wanton vandalism, showrooms being torched, cars being scratched and vandalized? How much anger is there in the States?
Well, that anger is actually organic and fueled by the actual American people. The people who are burning down these cars are part of these far left, dark money groups that are being paid to do a lot of this. Groups like Indivisible is one of the leading kind of left wing activists, where we've actually uncovered documents showing how they're reimbursing people who will hold anti-Musk, anti-Tesla events $200 just to show up and oppose President Trump for whatever reason they see fit. So there's a lot of anger, and frankly, it goes back to kind of the 2016 resistance tactics that Democrats have always used when they don't get their way. I guess they didn't win the House of Representatives, so they can't impeach President Trump. So instead of doing that, they're trying to bully and really use these bizarre kind of color revolution, regime change tactics because they don't like the person, the president that the American people elected. So they're doing what they've done to countries abroad, right? Like we've seen that happen time and time again. Now we're seeing them use those same tactics to try to astroturf and engineer change here at home.
And how much anger amongst the public, the broad public? Do they watch all this and go, what are you lunatics doing? What are the left doing? Surely, Joe Blow, the Americans public must think this is insane.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think people conflate this with the mainstream Democratic Party, right? You saw their behavior at that joint session, the stuff they wouldn't applaud for. And frankly, I think you and I both know the stuff that they would applaud for. And that is the burning down and vandalizing of private property. I mean, look, the World Economic Forum tells us you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Obviously, the left doesn't believe in private property ownership. So, of course, they're not going to take issue with burning down anything, even if it's some, eco-friendly green electric vehicle.
There's been an awful lot of squealing from the left